Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode. Today, we're diving into a dilemma that mixes journalistic ethics, human tragedy, and an international mystery that has lasted for decades. Beto, imagine the scene, reporters rushing to cover a catastrophe. The public wants answers. The press has the duty to inform. But where is the line?
Exactly, Anna. And the question gets even more complicated when that line isn't just moral, but legal. What happens when journalists violate an international treaty signed by several countries to investigate a sacred tomb at the bottom of the sea? That's exactly what two Swedish reporters did in September 2019 when they dove to the wreck of the Estonia.
We're talking about the sinking of the Ferry Estonia, one of the worst maritime tragedies in Europe in the 20th century. For those who don't know, the Estonia was huge, 155 meters long, capable of carrying 2,000 passengers. But on the night of September 27 to 28, 1994, everything went terribly wrong.
Exactly. The ship left Tallinn heading to Stockholm. The weather was awful, waves 4 to 6 meters high, strong winds. On board, 803 passengers and 186 crew members. And the terrifying part is how fast it all happened. The first strange sound was heard around 1 a.m. Less than an hour later, the ship had disappeared beneath the water.
Horrifying. The official theory says the bow ramp, the mouth used for cars, broke loose due to the rough sea, letting water rush onto the vehicle deck. The ship tilted violently and sank.
And the result was devastating. Out of 989 people aboard, 852 died. Most were trapped in cabins or died of hypothermia in the freezing sea, since rescue took 50 minutes to arrive.
And here comes the part tied to our opening question: what to do with the wreck and the bodies? In 1995, a controversial decision was made by a commission between Estonia, Sweden, and Finland.
A decision almost biblical. They decided not to retrieve the bodies. The site of the wreck was declared a sacred grave. Countries like the UK, Poland, Russia, and the Scandinavian nations signed a treaty banning any diving or exploration there. The idea was to protect the resting place of the dead.
But the families of the victims never accepted that decision, right?
Not at all. Many wanted to bury their loved ones and, above all, did not believe the official version of just a ramp failure. There was too much secrecy surrounding the investigations.
And that's where the Swedish journalists come in, Henrik Evertsson and Linus Andersson. In 2019, they broke the treaty and sent an underwater robot to film the hull. And what they found, Beto, changed everything.
It sure did. The images revealed two massive holes in the ship's hull. Holes that the ramp failure doesn't explain. This gave enormous strength to theories that the ship may have suffered an explosion or even collided with a submarine.
And there's no shortage of conspiracy theories about this.
Oh, plenty. From rumors that the ship carried smuggled Soviet military equipment to claims the Swedish government tried to cover the wreck in concrete, not to protect the dead, but to hide the truth. Estonia's former Attorney General, Markus Kurm, even suggested that the diving ban existed precisely to keep the truth buried.
So were these journalists seen as investigative heroes or criminals?
Swedish justice didn't know how to handle it. At first, in 2021, they were acquitted. But the case was reopened, and in 2023, they were definitively convicted. The court ruled that respecting the resting place of the dead weighed more than press freedom. They were fined heavily.
Meaning, the journalists were punished, but the footage of the hull damage is out there for the world to see. Did this reopen official investigation?
Families still demand new inquiries, but officially, authorities treat the case as closed. Many still find the official explanation incomplete.
It's a complex situation. On one side, respect for the dead and an international treaty. On the other, the search for truth about what killed 852 people. More than 30 years later, the Estonia remains a mystery not fully solved.
Absolutely. And the big question remains. To reveal the truth, is it sometimes necessary to break the rules? Independent journalism says yes.
We leave that question with you, listeners. Thank you for joining us in this deep and tragic story. See you next time.
A warm hug, and until then,